My dear youngsters, during the last few many video sessions which I have been having with the candidates, a very common question was asked by most of the candidates, that how I am going to prepare for the SSB from the scratches. Now this is a very valid question for all of us, and if you want to use this time of homestay wisely and constructively, it is good to understand how we are going to go about preparing for SSB. Now, you all should be aware at this point of time that the basic foundation of personality building is exactly like building a beautiful mansion or a building. Now, here the foundation of personality would be good general awareness and communication skill, which I always emphasize when I speak to a youngster. Now, the common question which will come into your mind would be, how do I improve my general awareness? Now, you all should be aware by this time that general awareness has got two portions. One major chunk of general awareness would be current affairs, and the other portion is GK, that is general knowledge. Now, what is the difference? GK is static information which doesn't change much, whereas general knowledge is only a portion of your general awareness, and the other major chunk would be current affairs. Now, current affairs is a fluctuating information which will keep extending in a day-to-day basis. Simple example, Constitution of India. Generally, this topic is GK. However, whatever amendments have been happening in the last many years, including the repealing of Article 370, is current affairs. Okay, right. Now, when you start preparing current affairs, it's an ocean of knowledge. So, like somebody who has entered the ocean, just learned swimming, don't know how to start going about. So, let us discuss in this particular session how you are going to build up your current affairs knowledge. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, imagine that you are making a circle with a dot in between. Now, first you make an inner circle with a dot, and we call this circle with the dot in between, that is a nucleus, as must know informations. This we call it must know. The area or the circumference, the volume in between, we call it must know. Now imagine you have put one more outer circle over and above the first inner circle around it. So let's call this area which is covered by the outer circle as could know. Yes, could know. Now imagine the complete area outside this outer circle, where there is no limit, where there is no circumferences. This is may know. Now we have made two circles and we name them. The inner circle must know, could know, and the area outside both these circles may know. Now imagine the dot which I told you, the nucleus, that is you. self. So, ladies and gentlemen, the general awareness starts from us, from our own self. Now, must know is the area of knowledge which is unavoidably important for you when you go to SSB. Must know. So the interviewing officer or the GTO and to certain extent psychologist, we all would be looking to the knowledge you have amassed within this must know periphery. Right. Now, the knowledge in could know, that is outer circle, is an add-on which adds to your personality, which adds to your general awareness. Also, it is going to a supplement on your personality profile, which is even much better. And the last area which I mentioned, may know. Now in this may know, the knowledge is limitless. Sky is the limit. Beyond the sky is also the knowledge is there. So it is limitless. This knowledge is the universal knowledge of mankind. Actually speaking, we are not looking to that area of your knowledge level. However, when you start seeking knowledge, you are like a child who is in a wonderland, looking around, everything is new to you. So there is no limit of knowing things. Now let's come back to the knowledge which is compulsorily important for SSB. That is the area which we discussed, that is called must know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I've told you earlier, must know starts from you, which means you may even note down what I'm saying. When I say you, the first question which comes to you is, who am I? Which I've discussed earlier also. You will find many videos which I've made on this topic. Who am I? When I say about who am I or who are you, you should be aware of your strengths and your areas of improvement in your personality. What people close to you think about you, like parents, your teachers, your friends, what they think about you. All this amounts to your self-consciousness, which we say knowledge about yourself. So we would like to know what exactly you know about yourself or how close you are to the truth. So don't get into a fantasy world of knowing yourself and dreaming that you are somebody else, which actually you are not. Right. Now, when you know about yourself, you should know the areas of improvement, what all you have been doing to improve upon these areas of improvement. Then, of course, when you talk about yourself, your knowledge about your family is also very important, because your self starts from that point. Which means your knowledge about your parents, your knowledge about your siblings, what is the daily routine you follow at the home, what are the financial condition of your home, how your parents are managing the finance, what is your contribution to the efforts done by your parents physically, financially, morally, what is your contribution? Are you aware of them? Or are you oblivious about the things happening around you at the home? This is a major concern. So the knowledge about your own family and family affairs, very important to be understood. In fact, I've asked many candidates about their parents, and surprisingly, many of you even don't know what is the salary your father is getting. Many of the candidates are not aware what exactly his or her father is doing. What is his exact profession? How is his daily routine? What are the finances of the home? How much loan the family is holding? And how his father or mother slogging day and night to repay the EMIs? A lot of candidates don't know this. It shows that you are a kid, you're not grown up in your mind. So I'm very clear about this. We are actually going to probe your mental age. Are you thinking like an adult, which you are mostly after 18 you are an adult? Or you got a child's mind, not even knowing what is happening around. And I'm not going to select you like that, because it is not going to be a children's army. It's not a Boko Haram where we will give an AK-47 to every child. Okay. Now you should know little expansion of yourself and your family. What is important about your own hometown? What is the kind of population there? What's the kind of people there around you? What are they doing for the livelihood mostly? What are the cottage industries in this area? Which are the areas of interest for any tourist to come and have a look? And such kind of knowledge that which gives me a feeling that there is a sense of belongingness of this candidate to that place. Then looking little expanded. Knowledge about your own district, knowledge about your state. Now you should have very good knowledge about your state also. What's the kind of population? Exactly the same details. What are the areas of interest to a tourist? What are the mineral wealth of the state? What is the financial condition of the state? And also, what are the disputes or any national affairs connected with the state, or interstate rivalries and disputes, like Haryana has got a problem with Punjab in many issues like sharing of capital, sharing of water. Such kind of issues you should be very clear of. Again, knowledge about the neighboring states. Not as profound as your state. Now, knowledge about your nation as such. How many states we have? What are the issues confronted by the nation today? What is economic condition? What is the demographical and political situation in the nation? What all you need to know about the country as a citizen, our concern about our defense, security, internal security, external security, all these issues. The interviewing officer may come out with certain questions in this aspect also, like I could ask you, say for example, Punjab. Let's talk about Punjab. One of the most prosperous state in the nation years back. Today it has slipped down financially to a not comfortable situation. So if I ask you, say you are an advisor to the Chief Minister, give me 4 points where you will advise the Chief Minister to improve the state of affairs of this state, industrially, agriculturally, financially, or even politically, how you can improve this state. So such kind of questions you may expect, because we are selecting an army officer who is going to defend this nation against our enemies. So your maturity level should be much more higher than the normal civilians. Similar case with India, as I've told you. Everything about this nation you must be aware of. I will not ask you who is the political party ruling in one state, what are the political compulsions for some elections. Such things I may not ask you, but mostly concerning the present state of affairs of the nation and the future, what holds for India. Right, now again a very important aspect you should be very, very thorough with, because you are going to be a sentinel of the nation, going to defend this nation against our external enemies mostly. So, everything about the neighboring nations, you must be very, very clear about, especially the enemy countries. You're all aware, our major concern in the continent is with China. China has been our bone of contention for a long time. The relationship with China has been very volatile. Of course, Pakistan, I needless to say. So everything about the enemy, as a would-be army officer, you must be aware of. Whatever is available in the public domain. Not any classified information, but in the public domain. The nation as such, what are the national resources, the financial conditions, demographical situations, the disputes which India is having with the neighboring nation. What is the condition of those disputes now? Is there any remedies? How are we going to deal with this situation in the coming future? So all these burning issues you must be aware of. To give a simple example, when we talk about Pakistan, definitely Kashmir is the bone of contention. And it's a flashpoint of the world, as we are all aware of, because this is one piece of land under a dispute. Though we don't have any dispute, we are very clear Kashmir is ours. They have an issue. So this is a small piece of land between two nuclear countries. So it can be a nuclear flashpoint of the world if not dealt properly. So the whole world is concerned. Of course, the whole focus has now shifted to the coronavirus epidemic or pandemic and what is going to happen to the world. So the complete other national issues, international issues has got a backseater now. Right. So we should be aware of all the neighboring countries much better than a normal adult or a youth of your age. And also world countries, especially the countries which has got a direct concern with India. I'm not going to ask you what is happening in Timbuktu, because it has got nothing to do with India right now. But definitely I am going to ask you all the affairs of the countries which has got a direct concern or a direct impact on the future and status of India, like what is happening in America, what is happening in Europe, what is happening in all these Arab countries, because we have a direct trade relations with most of these countries and other diplomatic relations also, as you're aware of. So these are basically the knowledge which I discussed in the initial stage, coming under the periphery of must know. Now, could know is again an extension of these knowledge only into little more profound details. More details like knowledge about the complete world countries, the space, what is the new discoveries, special fields of sciences and subjects, what is your take on it? These are all could knows maybe the knowledge in this peripherum or in this spectrum would be very good at additional advantage for you. And it is definitely going to make a better impact on the assessors when you go to SSB. It also give you much more confidence to speak. And your viewpoints would be much more matured than the others, definitely. May know is again a vast, unlimited knowledge which the mankind are exposed to, which again may not be much emphasized in your preparations right now. However, if you are an interested reader or if you're interested in a specific subject which you have taken it as a hobby, knowledge about that particular fields also would be interesting, would be great. Like if you have an interest in space, you would have even gone into details like black hole, what is in store for us in the future, what are shooting stars, the stars which are bursting and getting into black holes, and what is the next dimensions in the space. So all this unknown realm of knowledge also would have been your area of interest. So ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I want to tell you. Please utilize your time to go systematically understanding the things. Please, for God's sake, don't read general knowledge as a textbook knowledge. Have curiosity. When you have curiosity, when you have genuine interest in knowing what is around you, that only is going to enhance your personality. You study it as a textbook knowledge, try to by heart knowledge and try to remember them as if it is a requisite for going to SSB. It's going to fail you. Good luck. We will meet again very soon. God bless.